Welcome back to Readings and Commentary with Insane Sam. These are readings from philosophy, history, literature, poetry, just anything in the written word that I like that I think you might like, so I want to share it with you. Today's reading comes from a book called The Future of an Illusion by Sigmund Freud. Freud, of course, was the father of modern psychiatry, but we're not going to get into that today. He wrote about a whole bunch of other stuff too, and this little book has to do with his views on religion, and especially why we believe and don't believe in the things we do. This might surprise you. He's talking here about the application of the so-called scientific method to proofs in religion. Let us try to apply the same test to the teachings of religion. When we ask on what their claims are to be believed is founded, we are met with three answers, which harmonize remarkably badly with one another. Firstly, these teachings deserve to be believed because they were already believed by our primal ancestors. Secondly, we possess proofs which have been handed down to us from those same primeval times. And thirdly, it's forbidden to raise the question of their authentication at all. This third point is bound to rouse our strongest suspicions. After all, a prohibition like this can only be for one reason, that society is very well aware of the insecurity of the claim it makes on behalf of its religious doctrines. They say we ought to believe because our forefathers believed. But these ancestors of ours were far more ignorant than we are. They believed in things we could not possibly accept today. And the possibility occurs to us that the doctrines of religion may belong to that class too. The proofs they have left us set down in writing such which themselves bear every mark of untrustworthiness. They are full of contradictions, revisions, and falsifications. And where they speak of factual confirmations, they are themselves unconfirmed. Now, of course, this is the classic scientific argument against belief in the divine Christianity, if you want to go there. And of course, the whole point of Christianity is to believe despite the scientific method type arguments that would be posed against it. So this is just one theory. I want to give you one other quick passage too, because I just think it's funny. In this part, he's talking about how some religious people get the way they are because they're almost drugged by religion and drugged by the people who kind of pound it into their heads. And Freud says he can kind of understand how that could happen. He says, the effect of religious consolations may be likened to that of a narcotic is well illustrated by what is happening in America. They are now trying, obviously under the influence of petticoat government, to deprive people of all stimulants, intoxicants, and other pleasure-producing substances, and instead, by way of compensation, are surfeiting them with piety. This is another experiment as to whose outcome we need not feel curious. I just think that's hilarious. Of course, he wrote this during Prohibition when they're trying to outlaw booze and all kinds of other things. Anyway, that's the reading for today. Sigmund Freud's Future of an Illusion. It's a small book, only about 70 pages long. You ought to go get it and read it. Kind of fun. So that's the reading for today. These readings come out on my YouTube channel, the Route 66 Party Guide, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. I have over 100 videos about Route 66 on there, as well as all the videos of these readings. Do me a favor, go to the YouTube station, subscribe to it right now, tell your friends about it, get them to subscribe, and with that, Insane Sam out.